Hey guys, today you all are with Knowledge Area, and in this video we will be learning something really interesting. But before that, kindly like my channel, subscribe it, click the bell icon, share it with your friends, your least best friends and normal friends. So now let's get started with our video. So today we will learn that how to write a character sketch and what is a character sketch. So it's really easy. um So the first question is, what is a character sketch? A character sketch is a rough and ready rendering or thumbnail portrayal. Basically, it's a character. Basically, a character sketch us the personality of the person, that whether the person is good or not, from which we're describing, or like who the character sketch of whom we are writing. For example, if we are writing the character sketch of Matilda Womber, so we have to write that if that person, we can just get an information about that, is that person good or not, what happened in the main events, and what did Matilda did with her parents, and what did the parents did with Matilda. So all these things. Now I will tell you that how to write a character sketch. What's the format to write the character sketch in 3 paragraphs? So this is basically an example of a character sketch, that how to write that. So now let's read it. Row 1 is a 20-year-old boy who lives in a tiny village of Ren. He is small and rather scrawny for his age. His unkempt curly brown hair looks like a mop on his tiny face, and his thinness makes him look a walking skeleton. This was all his personality, but his heart was made up of gold. He was really friendly. He did a job and returned on 5 p.m. at afternoon. After coming back to home, he goes again outside and he taught his students, and he returned home at cloud 9. So over here you can see that I used one idiom and I used one metaphor. And if we use these metaphors and similes, we can make our character sketch of all our writings, all our essays more interesting. Basically, we should use figurative language in every single essay we write. Okay. Now here, now let's take the story of Matilda. Let's take the novel of Matilda, and now we will check out that how to write a character sketch using the example of Matilda. Okay, now what do we write in the first paragraph of a character sketch? So we write we write 5 things in the first paragraph of character sketch, which are: name of the author, is she kind or not, the color of her hairs, we have to write the name of the character, and finally then we have to write the antagonist or protagonist. Okay. Now, this is a key because in the previous slide there were two new words, protagonist and antagonist. So now let's check out their meanings. Basically, a protagonist means a villain of the story. It also could be what to say. It also could be a main character. For example, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Veruca Salt and Mike TV and Violet Beauregard, they were the main characters as they went to Mr. Wonka's factory. But the antagonist is the opposite of it. Antagonist is basically the hero of the story. Okay. Now, let's write the first paragraph of the story Matilda. So now we'll check out the first paragraph of the story of Matilda, novel of Matilda, as we took the example of it. So this character is taken from the novel Matilda, written by Roald Dahl. She is the antagonist in this story. She had brown hair. She was really kind and she loves to read books. So basically, we wrote the name of the character. We wrote the novel. We wrote the name of the writer or the author. We wrote that whether she was an antagonist or a protagonist. We wrote that she had brown hair. We wrote that she was kind. We wrote that we wrote her that what does she like. Sorry, I wrote chiefs, but actually it is she was really kind and she loves. So I'm really sorry. It would be she loves. I'm really sorry. I did the correction right away. I'm really sorry again. So this is how we construct a first paragraph of any character sketch. We have these points which I underlined, which I made a line. These points are compulsory. Okay, now let's move on to the other page. Now what do we have to write in the second paragraph of the story, sorry, the second paragraph of the character sketch? So basically the second paragraph is the main body of the character sketch and we have to write the important things. So now let's see that what should we write in the second paragraph. We have to write the description of the character. We have to add additional information. For example, we have to write the name of father, we have to write the name of mother, and then we have to write the brother's name. We have to write the feelings of the girl of which we are writing the character sketch. We have to write the way the girl talked, for example how Matilda talked. We have to write the main key events happened in the novel Matilda. Then we have to write what is the hobby of the character. Then we have to write the personality traits. Okay, now let's read this paragraph. Matilda was a really beautiful and kind-hearted girl, although nobody encouraged her for anything, but without that, she was really confident. Matilda's speech was perfect at the age of 1.5, and when she was 3 years old, she could easily read the magazines, newspapers, and easy cooking books, and she memorized them as they were the only books in her house. Her father didn't bought her any books. Her brother's name was Michael. Her father's name was Mr. Wormwood. Matilda was really late at school, but when it was her first day, her teacher's name was Miss Honey. Miss Honey asked her students about 2 times table means to whose table. Nobody raised her hand except Matilda. She started telling. Then she went after 24 and in a continuous manner, in a continuous way. This tells us that Matilda was a brilliant girl. Once she also took revenge from her dad as his dad tore her book. Now, Matilda was as brave as a lion. She was as brilliant as a raindrop. So this is how we construct a character. We construct the second paragraph of character sketch. We wrote that he was confident. Again, we added this figurative language and Matilda. Look, I am highlighting it. We wrote the main key events. Wait. And this. Like this, I am highlighting which are the main key events in this paragraph. Although all are, but as we just added every single point we wrote on the cloud. Likewise, we wrote personality trait, description of the character, additional information, her feelings, the way they talked, main key events, what is the hobby of the character. So basically, Matilda was a really sad guy. She was a really, really sad girl because her parents was never with her. They were never with Matilda, and her feelings for them were really bad. She never liked them. So this is how. Now what do we have to write in the third paragraph of character sketch? So the third paragraph is the most interesting and the most like, it's not interesting, but in the third paragraph we have to write in evidence that why do you like this character. For example, why do we like Matilda? So that now I wrote the third paragraph of the character sketch of Matilda Wormwood. Now let's read it. I like Matilda because she's a lovely, brave, courageous, and friendly girl. She did everything without her parents. People say that children are the back of their parents, but this saying got wrong on the story Matilda. Matilda was such a brilliant child, but her parents were ignorant. So this is absolutely correct. This saying is absolutely right. Look, this is also a thing. People say that the parents are the back of their, sorry, the children are the back of their parents. But in this story, the Matilda is not the back of their parents, because her parents were really ignorant and they were really bad to Matilda. They treated her really badly. Okay, so this was how we write the 3 paragraphs of a character sketch. So I hope you like my video. If yes, please subscribe my channel, click the bell button soon, and hit the like button again. And it's a reminder. So have a good day. Bye. Stay home. Stay safe.